Injuries continue to plague Canada as Ali Ahmed went down in a pre-season friendly for Norwich City against Osasuna on Saturday with what is feared to be a knee injury. Here's what Canaries boss Philippe Clement had to say post-match.
That looked awful as he came off the pitch. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that it doesn't look good for the moment. So he felt something in his knee, what's never good, of course. And yeah, everybody's a little bit devastated after that, and you saw it on the pitch also. And that's normal because it comes falling out of the sky as a knock on all the team that moment. But we need to accept and see now the next couple of days what's the case, but it doesn't look good.
You just hate hearing that. We wish Ali Ahmed the best in any kind of recovery. I mean, this was a player who leading to the World Cup wasn't fully fit, and now this. How much of a setback would this be for Ahmed and Canada, Jordan, with the likes of Kone and Flores already on the shelf for long-term absences?
Yeah, he's a big-time player and obviously a big personality, too. Like, when you think about the workmanship, the fact that he just goes and handles his business a certain way. I know we haven't really reflected on the World Cup and players that you maybe missed, but I think that he was one that is at the top of the list. Because there's certain matches when you just needed a winger to get into the face of the opposition, no one does it better than Ahmed. And for me, for players that I've played with as well, when you get injured in preseason, it's just a really tough year. Like, that's such a crucial time to build up the body. I'm not saying he's down and out. Obviously, you know, people can come back and we don't know the status of his injury, but I just don't love that last year he could barely get a foot wrong for Norwich, and the fact that he was playing well and he won over the hearts of so many other fans, but then getting injured in preseason, Gaff, is just one of those things where you don't know what type of year you're going to have based on not building up your body in that time.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll take a little bit of time as well to really figure out what the extent is and how long he is going to be out for. But, you know, when you look at it, you feel for him because he was brilliant at Norwich. The fans loved him. Then goes to the World Cup and just performs. Now he's into preseason. He's played an awful lot of football as well. Let's keep in mind, right? Yeah. Now you're into preseason. You're playing friendlies, getting yourself going again, and then you pick up this injury. And you're right. It's the worst time to get injured is actually during preseason, because that preseason where you set yourself up for the whole season. And, you know, what can you say about this guy? You know, you just wish him well, and hopefully that he'll be back playing soon.
And it's an important season as well for the club, obviously, playing in the championship, but also for Ahmed, his first full season overseas. Yeah. And now this happens. It just seems like it's just the worst time possible. And then all of a sudden, I know that, you know, the way that Canada will play will be secondary to just Ahmed taking care of himself at this point. But I guess it's just opens up a window of more opportunity to try different players at that left wing position. Perhaps it's Liam Miller who's going to be the biggest benefactor right now, just in terms of getting him some more regular minutes. Like, over the course of the World Cup, Liam Miller was kind of like in and out of the team. And it just seems like the final product needs to be a little bit better. But with Hull City moving up to the Premier League, perhaps this is the time for him to really step into the spotlight. Yeah. For both club and country, really. Yeah. Another player who dealt with injuries, too.
Well, that's it. I mean, the majority of the players have all been injured at some point, haven't they? So wild. They've all gone through it, and I'm sure they'll be all there for one another and making their phone calls to make sure that everybody's all right. But you're right, when one player goes down, it's an opportunity for another. So someone's got to take that chance and perform well.
You got to give credit to Liam, though, because he earned Jesse Marsh's trust to get the start against Bosnia-Herzegovina. I thought that was that was an indication of someone that he believed in to go in. Because, let's rewind 4 months. I didn't even think Liam was going to be playing significant minutes. The fact that he started him first game as well just shows what Jesse Marsh really thinks of him.
So Miller in Hull City, we're looking forward to him playing in the Premier League this season. And in other Premier League news, it appears that Alistair Johnston is a man in demand. Celtic boss Martin O'Neill has confirmed Everton's interest in the right back, while Crystal Palace have also been linked. Look at this. David Moyes did call me last week to say there would be contact. I mean, what a rise of prominence. Jimmy, as we were going to break, reminded me that Alistair Johnston grew up playing in Aurora, though he did play for Vaughan Azzurri in the Canadian Championship. So thank you very much.
The York region battles continue.
Yes, exactly. We've had a couple Canadians play in the Premier League and a potential for 2 to play in the Premier League this season as well. Jimmy, how important of a move would that be for Alistair Johnston? And do you think he's ready for such
I do
a
think
move?
he's ready. I think this is the right time for him to go. He's been brilliant at Celtic.
Yep.
They love him there. They're saying he's the next captain for the next 10 years. But I think for myself, in my opinion, he has to move now. Now go test yourself in the Premier League, arguably the best league in the world. I think he's ready. He's got the experience now. We've seen what he can do in the World Cup. We've seen what he can do in the Scottish Premier League. When Everton's coming, Fulham, Crystal Palace are all having a sniff now. These are big clubs, well-supported clubs. And for me, I would love to see him in the Premier League because I think he'd do very, very well.
It looks like he's built for it, right?
Yeah,
the way that
he
he
does.
plays, but also his age. Like let's not kid ourselves as well. 27, the Premier League calls, but also Everton, historic club calls. You're going. And we talk about this all the time, like the rumors. This one as well. If a coach is calling for you, then you can start to believe it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I don't like delving in the rumor market, but when a
this one feels
manager
legit.
confirms
Yeah.
that another manager is coming in for the player, that's as solid as it
Everton
gets.
would be a
Now,
great
whether
move.
it gets over the line, that's another story. But I mean, we grew up watching the Premier League more than anything else in this country. Great players, yourself, Stalteri, Forrest, like Radzinski, but it's been quite some time. I just feel that Canadians in the Premier League, like, it hits different.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like the Jonathan David and Tajon Buchanan and Kyle Larin stories, they've all been so fun to watch. But Premier League just feels like different gravy, Jimmy.
Yeah, I would love to see him in the Premier League. And you're right. I think he's built for the Premier League.
The mentality,
But selfishly,
right?
the more players we can get in the Premier League, to be better.
Yeah.
Because I'd love a Saturday or Sunday morning turning on the Premier League and watching the games. And if we could sit and watch Canadian players in that league, my weekend would be fulfilled.
Any argument to stay at Celtic? I mean, for Johnston, like, if an opportunity like this arises, like, you have to take it, right?
For sure. It's not, look, another historic club in Celtic, but you want to go to the highest where you could go and play and compete, and that would be the English Premier League. Like, you're looking at such a popular league. As you said, I get it. La Liga, Bundesliga we have here on One Soccer, these are all great leagues, competition. You can rate them however you want at top 5. But for me, in terms of popularity, the skill, the amount of people that come into that league, come on now. There's only a handful of people that could be like, I played in the Premier League as a right back or whatever, and I was going for it. Like the fact that Alistair Johnston, we'll just say York Region's finest. we won't really put him into a certain city. The fact that he would be able to do that at 27 is like, pinch me.
Well, I just want to ask, like, what club would be preferable? Would it be Everton? Would it be Palace? New manager at Palace. Fulham, new manager. Arbeloa is at Fulham now. Like, what would be the best spot to go? David Moyes just... Everton plays a very distinct brand of football, and it's not necessarily being on the front foot. So would that be the best spot for him?
I think Everton, yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, how can it not be? It's one of the most historic clubs in English football. Brand new stadium, down the water, great manager, well supported. Everton, and for sure, it's got to be for me.
I'm going to take a moment just to talk about the fact that you got over Moyes coaching your squad, because you said this.
It doesn't matter who's
You saying Salt Bay, he's like
Manchester
Moyes, it's
United.
a distinct style of football.
It is a distinct style of football.
Yeah, the Man United fan.
I'll say this. I think going to Liverpool would be a big move for Alistair Johnston, and he'd be going to the club from Liverpool that will finish higher in the Premier League table this upcoming
You're
season.
starting to do it, eh? Look at him.
Higher than Man United as well?
No, absolutely not.
Funny.
Carrick at the wheel.